How to make hard things fun, fast and simple, part 2. Now in this part, I'm going to talk about practical, strategic ways to make and actually break down all those uncomfortable things, make it easy for us, right? In the previous part, I spoke about the mindset piece that even before you can think of implementing the strategies, you need to look into your current mindset, because if you don't clean that shit up, this thing is not going to work at all. So these are practical ways to make these uncomfortable things easy and fun. So these are some of the things which I use personally, or my clients use personally, because we don't all have the same brains. Number 1, use your past evidence. Ask, what are the 20 things, hard things that you have already done? And initially your brain will resist this, but eventually, once you don't let go and be find hardcore evidence of all the uncomfortable things that you have actually done, you will be like, oh yeah, I have a big list. And listen, I have done this for 100 uncomfortable things I've done as a human being. So when you show that to yourself on paper that, yeah, I have done these 100 things, uncomfortable things, then it will be just like, oh yeah, I am someone who does uncomfortable things. So first one is make a list of those things that you have already done. Next, visualize the end feeling. Before you even start, imagine how you will feel when it's done, when you have actually cracked the code and made this uncomfortable thing fun, fast, simple. You might feel relief, you might feel confidence, you might feel satisfaction. Hold that feeling in your body and visualize it again and again. Suppose if it's another person you find it very uncomfortable to be with and you want to work with them, how would it feel once you actually figure out a way to work with this person in a fun way, an easy way, in a fast way, right? Let your brain imagine and stay in that possibility. Next is start with brainstorming. If it's too big for you, I literally ask my clients to just start brainstorming. If it's brand new, it's scary, and your brain's just screaming, don't do it. Just start with brainstorming, where you don't have to do it, right? Just brainstorming the steps, no pressure of finishing the task, just brainstorming the things, right? This itself will reduce the workload and in turn reduce your resistance. The next step is do the easiest step. Most of us like to do the hard things. We take pride in doing hard things, right? But don't start with the hardest part. Start with the easiest step, especially when your energy is low. Momentum matters more than intensity. And see, I'm not saying that always go for the easiest thing, but look at your energy. Sometimes we are fresh, we are energetic, we can do everything. Okay, in that case, go for the hardest thing, finish that thing off first. But in my experience, personally, and even in my clients, those who are constantly procrastinating on these things, I'm don't go for the hard stuff. Easy one first and keep going for the next easy thing and the next easy thing and the next easy thing and the next easy thing. And before you know it, you would have enough stacked in your task list. You have already achieved quite some and you'll be like, oh, I'm halfway there. Okay, I can do it. And you'll go forward. Next trick is make it sensory. Add music to it, or sing yourself, create a song around it, or a movement, or a special environment, or a perfume. I used to literally sing this song, I can do it, it's almost done. This song I had created, especially when I used to have these days when I was just supposed to see the patients in the wards, and I had to document their stuff, and I had to make the discharge summaries and discharge them, and it was a very admin heavy stuff, or emptying the inbox of all my patients and those who are in work, or even if you're at home and there's all these things that you have to do. If you have created a song around it, something like, I can do it, it's almost done. I would just keep on singing this while I'm doing this, because this is mechanical work. Some of the stuff that we do is mechanical. We already know how to do it. There's no rocket science to it. So you can just sing songs around it, or you can catch one song that you love with productivity. I don't do this, but some of my clients do it. And you can just play this song every time you are doing this uncomfortable thing, which is you don't like to do it, but then you're it needs to be done. So just make it fun. This next step is reward yourself. And this is a fun one. Not just with food, gifts, vacations, or toys, or whatever, but with verbal praise. I did it. I'm proud of myself. Yes, that changes everything, because we as humans, we are wired to seek validation from other people. We will give ourselves these sort of rewards, I'll buy myself earrings, I'll do this hairstyle, I'll go color my hair, I'll buy myself a new top. But we will not give ourselves nice compliments. So build the practice of saying nice things. Yes, Rashmi, you did it. I can't believe it, you did it. It was so hard and you did it. This sort of compliment, this sort of verbiage, this sort of language feels good, because we are searching for this language from other people. And when they don't give it, we think something is wrong with us. But actually, there's nothing wrong with us. We have enough biodata, CV, qualifications, or even if you don't have any of this, just make a list of things which show that you're amazing, and give yourself that validation every day. And once you start giving yourself that sort of validation, you know that this hard thing that you're after is going to end, and you're going to give yourself that validation, and it's going to be oh my God, I'm so amazing. Now, next step is simplify the process. Most of the time, the things that we are doing either are stuff that we have already done in the past, or it's brand new. But if you have already done it in the past, you already have a process in place, then you need to objectively document it. Like, okay, this is the way I do it. And be like, I don't need to redo it or figure this out. This process works. I'm just going to figure out a way to do this faster and faster each time. So once you have a process in place, then you can time yourself. How much time does it take for you to finish it? And then see if you can do it faster. And you can track it, or you can gamify it by timing yourself or tracking your process, like by charting things and competing with yourself or competing with someone else, making it into a game, involve other human beings involved in this. Now, if it's something which is brand new, where your brain doesn't know how to do it, understand that your brain really does not know how to do it. So don't beat yourself up for not knowing this, but be in a headspace like, yeah, I don't know how to do this. Be willing to accept it. Even all your parts who will come to attack you, tell them off, like, I don't know this, okay, back off. I'm going to figure it out. And then make a list of all those things. I mean, you don't have to make a list of this as well, because all the hard things that you have done, you didn't know how to do. And you figured it out. So again, refer to that list and be like, yeah, I can do hard things which I don't know how to do, and I'll figure it out. And we are in the best time space reality. You can literally go to your AI and ask, this is where I'm stuck, how do I solve it? And the AI will give you the answer. Next, you can plan. If you enjoy planning, you can plan ahead of time. If you're someone who loves to plan, use it. Because once you have a clear plan in place, it reduces your resistance. Now, this is not me. I don't enjoy planning so much. It happens by default, but I have a lot of clients who enjoy planning. And once it's a planned thing, that means you've done all the decision making ahead of time, and then all you have to do is just follow the plan. Once that is in place, and this is very true for me around food and exercise and certain things which I have already figured out, it just is such a relief that there is a plan in place, that I did this ahead of time. So think about all the uncomfortable things that you are after, that one specific thing that you know you want to figure out a way to make it fun, fast, simple. If it's planned ahead of time, you can just follow the plan. And anytime the plan is not followed, that's where you hit the resistance, and figure out why you hit the resistance and how can you solve it. Next, decide it will be fun. Like, most people have no idea how to make things fun, right? We think that we need to do all these things and that's how we will have fun. But the thing is, fun is a feeling that you can generate with your thinking. And for me, a thought like, oh, this is going to be fun, that can just like generate excitement. And if you just decide that, like, because let's be honest, you don't have to do this uncomfortable thing. Think about it. Whatever it is that you think is so uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. There was a part of you who thought you should do it, or who accepted the task because he or she thinks that, yeah, he can do it. But suddenly there are these other parts who are like, oh yeah, but we don't know how to do it, or we don't want to really do it. But if you activate the one who enjoys, who likes having fun, who gets excited, the child in you, just activate that energy. Oh, this is going to be fun. And then just like unleash the brain again. Like, how can I make this fun? Next, remember this. First time when you do something new is always uncomfortable. But if you keep at it, it's going to get better. 100%. So hard things, uncomfortable things don't need to feel uncomfortable. When you change your thinking, when you change your experience about it, it actually becomes fun, because now your brain knows how to do it and there's nothing really scary about it. I've given you so many ways here that can make uncomfortable work fun, fast, and simple, but this will stay in theory unless you don't apply it, right? So you need to apply it. So take one thing today and ask yourself, how can I make this easy, fast, or fun? And actually answer it. And if you feel stuck, consider getting coached by me. I'll take your specific situation and help your brain untangle it so it actually becomes easy for you. Think about it. I hope this was useful for you. Was it any of these strategies or mindset hacks that I gave you? Did any of it work? Let me know in the comments or DM it to me. I would love to know.